Hey guys, we're excited to bring you the final round coverage of the Female Pro Open division at the 2018 Las Vegas Challenge. We're on the Innova course today. We want to also thank the PDGA and Jomez for this beautiful coverage. My name is Lisa Fajkus.
I'm Madison Walker. We also want to thank Innova Champion Discs for hosting this tournament. This is a repeat round. We got to play this course in the second round, so it's cool to see how some of these ladies are going to attack the course after they've had a little bit of experience on it.
Paige and Kat are tied for the lead. We also have a really tight race all the way up into the 8th position. There's only 4 strokes separating 1 through 8, so it's going to be an exciting finish.
Mm-hmm. First hole is a par 3. We've seen these before if you've watched the round 2 coverage. It's 393 feet. You get to tee off an elevated tee pad. There's a cart path on the right that is out of bounds. There's water on the left, but it's way left. You'd have to really early release. No green, no OB bunkers, just a basket on a slope.
I noticed the winds were really swirly today. It was hard to get a read. They were changing a lot for me.
Yeah, it would feel different on the tee pad than you would see the flag waving down by the basket.
Exactly.
Looks like Kat kind of early released a little bit. She got a 2 on this hole in round 2 with a big 50-foot putt, so she's got a little bit more distance to make up for on her second shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we get to watch Hokom throw forehands all day. I wanted to see how she attacked this course. It's going to be intriguing, I think.
Mm-hmm. Always fun to watch.
And we get to watch old Big Arm.
Oh, just a little nose up and popped.
Excited to watch her throw some bombs all day as well.
I know she's got the arm to actually go well past this basket.
I know talking to Jen after the round yesterday that she was having a little bit of issues with her confidence. She was really perturbed with how many times she went out of bounds. So we might see her lay off a little bit today, but hopefully she'll still attack the greens.
Oh, sweet.
Huge.
Great way to start your round with a 2.
Wow, what was that, like a 30-footer?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No more than 30 feet, yeah.
Uphill with the crosswind?
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
Paige takes the early lead just by a stroke, though.
And everyone else cleans up their par. Nice and easy. This hole averaged out at 3.1, so it's a pretty gimme hole for a par. Hokom's got her hot drink in her ears.
It's probably the coldest morning and the windiest morning we were having.
It was, especially on the first 4 or 5 holes. It was pretty brutally windy. This next one's one of the shortest holes on the course, 270 feet. One of the few technical holes on the course with trees all up and down both sides of the fairway. There is OB left and right, but it doesn't really come into play that much, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Just that tree on the right, you're going to see that kind of catch a lot of discs there. It just...
People trying to attack with a hyzer.
Luckily, Paige was able to just get through it, though.
There's not really a lot of bad places to be unless you're tucked in that bush on the right. Catrina throwing her signature hyzer flip, mid-range or putter shot. She's really good at that.
Stays mostly clean.
Keeping it low is definitely the way. We get to watch Hokom work.
Super nice flip-up shot.
Wow.
Lots of control on that.
Oh, wow. This is basically her
Beautiful.
shot. Yeah, this is exactly her type of shot. Mm-hmm. Working the full flight of the forehand. Jen getting a lot of power, but getting kind of knocked down, like we said, by that hyzer blocking bush on the right. There's a tree a little bit short and right of the basket with a low branch that pretty much takes out most of your putts. You can see Paige is right in line. She's trying to go over it, but it really takes out any putt if you are short of the basket, unless you're to the left like Catrina is. She has a wide open putt, and she cans it.
Big 2 there on hole 2.
That is huge.
Tying it back up.
Even though this is a short hole, because of how narrow it is kind of hard to get to the basket.
I agree. It takes a good pull, and then staying clean is just, it's super hard. That line is, you can't waver too far to the right or left on your line.
Yeah, you kind of have to really push a mid-range hard, or, I mean, I saw a lot of ladies pulling out distance drivers or fairway drivers.
I'm doing my FD on this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everyone else cleans up their pars. This one averaged a 2.5, so it's cool to see some birdies out here on the ladies' cards.
Fun hole here, maybe my favorite.
Oh, this is your favorite. You like the water problem.
I like this little shot, this little hyzer. I like to take the hyzer to the right of the tree.
There is OB, obviously, in the water. The cart path beyond the basket is also out of bounds. If you go out of bounds anywhere, you have to take it back at the drop zone, which is on this side of the water to the left, right out of the screen.
There's a lot of good holes, though, so just one of my favorites. Yeah. It's hard to pick.
Yeah, it is hard.
Ooh.
Looks like Kat might have hyzered a little early.
Oh my gosh, she's luckily straddling the line. So
is she?
Is that in?
I think so.
We're gonna call that in.
I think it's in.
Hokom has the open look with the forearm, and executes perfectly.
Wow,
really great. Bonus FollowFlight.
Forehand FollowFlight. FFF. We love it.
Super nice.
No action by the green. We like to see that in Las Vegas.
And the other route.
Paige taking the hyzer. She took a little off this time. She, I believe, went out of bounds deep on the sidewalk in round 2, so it's nice to see her fixing the error.
It's about a 20-footer on her putt. Oh, no.
Jen gets tangled up in the tree trying to take some off.
OB.
God, she's so close to the line there.
She nailed this in round 2. So cool to see.
Oh, up in the tree. Huh. Interesting.
Like the little ornament.
So most of the OB lines on the water holes were set well off the edge of the water. So it was, I mean, you had to really be safe. You weren't allowed to really trickle in the edge.
Ooh, great
SloMez.
focus. Nice, Paige, to regain the lead by 1. Oh, no.
Is that back-to-back birdies for Paige?
Nice.
Awesome. Jen cleaning up. The double bogey. It's a bummer, but it can happen to anyone on that hole. The drop zone is not easy.
No, it's not.
Especially when it's windy.
Yeah, it was amazing to see Jen throw it in from the drop zone, the first go around on the Innova course.
That is crazy.
Super exciting.
So this is a par 3, 378 feet. It's reachable by I would say most of the ladies on this card. OB deep. With the cart path behind the basket is again up on a mound.
And then right off the tee, we're dealing with some trees that you want to pop it up maybe a little higher than you're used to. But, oof.
Looks like Hokom was trying to lace the gap, but got a little early release.
Paige keeping it high and
working that Annie line.
She's really good on that high Annie. Oh no, too much distance.
Wow. God, that's a problem I'd like to have.
No kidding.
Overthrowing a 378-foot hole. Looks like she'll still have a pretty simple putt.
Kat loves her hyzer flips right down the middle.
And she'll have a nice little layup at the bottom of the hill. Safe putt run, maybe. Jen. She laces the gap instead of taking the trees out of the occasion and going big higher.
Goes straight at it. Oh, and then not what you want. Ouch.
So close.
It's too good.
I think in round 2 when we played this course, Jen told me she took the big hyzer route and went out of bounds deep. So maybe she was trying to take some off.
Hokom's going to pick up the bogey there, trying to save. Wow.
So nice run.
Really great look for 2 there.
There's a little bit of a death putt from back there.
Actually, that was to save the par.
Cats for 2? Oh, she decides to lay up. I think that's smart.
A little surprised by that, but it is a smart play. And Paige is going to pick up that bogey. Hole 4 is another one of my favorite holes, actually. Hole 5 is the par 4. I really love this hole.
Right there on the screen for you.
And gosh, I really love this second shot, but it's a fun hole. Lots of challenge around the green. Lots of OB.
Again, yeah, we have the bunker, the green, and the basket on a mound with OB also behind the basket. I think we are teeing off from out of bounds. There's a sidewalk along the right side that will come into play if you decide to take the right route around that big tree, but Kat takes the Anheuser line, which is nice and safe.
Super safe shot there. Good placement.
Hokom kind of threading the needle a little bit, but she's taking the same route as Catrina.
Well played. Looks like Paige.
She's going for the gap. She's basically right over the sidewalk right now. It's very scary. If you turn it over a little too much, it's OB, and you have to take it from way far back.
Paige got a little extra distance on there, going for it big, and works out well for her.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a headwind right here, if I remember correctly. Looks like Jen's kind of struggling.
Yeah, that headwind is going to turn her shot over, unfortunately. See, yep. Found the OB. Dang it.
She's going to have to deal with those trees. Oh, no, she got a little wide open look. And we know Jen. We know that she has no problems really going for the green right here. Oh, she lays up.
Yeah, I thought she
wow,
was
right on the bunker, too. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect placement. She's going to have an easy chip shot from there.
Hokom took a lot off of that one just to get a nice layup there.
I think that's the smart move on this hole.
Why not? Stay clean. Paige going big.
Ooh, settle down.
That's the problem there. Just too much speed on the backside.
How much room is behind that basket to the road? I mean, it's literally 25 or 30 feet.
Yeah, it's within the circle.
Yeah.
I believe to the street there.
You really have to throw a touchy shot on that approach. Jen jump putting, what, only, 120 feet? A huge jump putt.
Oh, that's tough. With the basket on the mound, you got to go extra high. Just left it a few inches low. Hokom's going to stay right there. Similar putt for Cat.
Looks
From
like
the knee. Oh, wow. Almost got it high enough.
Looks like out of the 10 ladies that played this round, only 2 birdied it. So this hole played a little tough this morning.
Shan got her music going. Hits the putt.
Hokom tapping in a bogey. And Paige with the bogey. They're both happy to get off this hole, I bet.
So she's going to give one back there. Catrina has the lead now by 1, moving on to hole 6. Really fun hole where the water comes into play.
Shortest hole on the course, but also one of the scariest.
It's an island green, actually, so very touchy.
Yep, there's OB right in the water, and then there's a roped OB line around behind the basket and over to the left. If you miss the island, you have to take it from a drop zone, which sets you up for kind of a death putt towards the water.
That's hitting right OB, but wow. Okay, she got super lucky.
Is that safe?
That's inbounds.
Wow! I did not know the roped OB went all the way to the building.
It does. Okay, Hokom takes the scary forearm and places it perfectly.
Beautiful shot.
The wind was in her favor there, pushing away from the water. Paige, straight at it, needs to die quickly. Very well done.
Such a touchy shot there. You can't really throw anything too stable because if there's too much action on the green, it goes everywhere.
That's going to be an AVR X3.
Might stick on, did it?
That looks inbounds. Yep.
Wow, that is inbounds over there.
That's
I
a
did not even know that.
Get your 3, walk away.
Building backboard, I like it.
Right? Why not? Oh, Hokom really wants that one.
Oh, man.
That's such a bonus, too, when you get it.
I like her putt. She can do kind of a safe run at
She's got a real lofty putt.
Yep. It lays down if it goes past.
Yep, stay safe. Paige runs at it just a little high.
Jen taps in her par. This hole played fairly friendly for the 10 women that played today. Only 2 bogeys. Everyone else got away with a par, but no 2s. Very surprising.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's going to be walking away with their par here. Feeling kind of iffy about it, but it's good to have a 3. So hole 7, 462 feet to the pin. Lots of OB again.
Definitely one of the most challenging holes on the course if you're looking solely at the amount of OB versus fairway.
This one probably gave you the most trouble.
I'm not surprised. There's an OB left and right. It's a really narrow fairway. You can see where all those coots are in the middle. That's where you want to lay up if you don't have a big arm. It sets you up right there for even still a pretty hairy approach shot with a green short of the basket and 2 bunkers to the left There's also OB deep and a sharp decline behind the basket.
Catrina's sitting really pretty there. Unfortunately, Sarah's
Flirting with the
slightly
edge.
turned over. Wow.
Paige going for it again.
Paige looks like she got a little extra distance in that run up, and look at it go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, is it good? Stay safe. Yeah.
It was good?
I didn't see any OB pop up, so I
Flirting
think
with the
she's
water.
good, and Jen's got plenty of distance to land safely.
I think that's a smart play on Jen's part. She could go for it, but I think it's good for her to
Yeah,
take
it's good
some
to
off.
see that, to lay off and just play the smart play, the high percentage.
Hokom's going to try to get a forehand to lay down. Wow. That's why she's on lead card.
Really great control.
Perfect shot. It doesn't look that hard, but it is a really tough shot for a forehand because there's a bush just to the left. Catrina lays down nicely.
Gets a nice flat land on her putter as well.
Jennifer's looking to do the same thing. It might have put too much on it. Nope, we're good. The OB starts right by that
Right.
tree. You can see the line right there and goes downhill.
Such an awkward putt right there by that drainage area.
Very awkward.
On the knee, too. She almost converts. Wow, clean birdie there for Kat.
Very nice. Hokom looking to tap in as well.
Par feels so good here.
It does. Definitely not bad. Here's where the wind definitely we could feel up on this hill. The tee pad's elevated. The basket is downhill 417 feet. It's a par 3. What you want to worry about is the sidewalk on the left is out of bounds, and on the right there's a bunch of trees that you don't want to get hung up in early.
I didn't even realize the sidewalk comes behind the basket, too, on your approach shot. So if you're a little out of control on your approach and go long, that sidewalk comes into play also. So.
And the fairway does gently slope all the way down the whole way, so it does come into play on your approach if you don't get bite enough off on your drive.
So that needs to sit, and it does.
Kat gets all the way down there. She'll have a look at a putt.
That's going to come back nicely, yes. Back to the middle.
Yep, this is a great hole for a forehand, nice and safe. Lots of room to work a hyzer.
Yeah, she had that stable disc.
Paige looking to work the full flight. Wow, trusting that disc on Anheuser. She'll have a look at a putt as well. Kind of an unfriendly finish, but she's got that all day.
Lovely shot. Jen's going to try to match it.
It looks so majestic flying through the mountains like that.
Nice.
Jen's going to have a putt as well.
Sweet.
A little obstructed, but definitely in her wheelhouse.
All day. Is that with the ghost, I believe? She's
It's her specialty.
Yeah, she's always throwing that one.
Catrina giving it a good run.
She wanted that one.
Thought she had it.
That was close. Oh, dang. Off the edge of the cage.
Oof. Man, I wanted one of them to hit that. This hole is a average 3.3. It was mostly threes from the FPO field for the day.
Some really good drives here by these ladies.
Look at that view down the fairway.
Pars are great. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, on this Innova course, you really just want to maintain. You want to play clean golf. You don't necessarily have to get a lot of birdies. You can see Paige and Catrina switching back and forth on scoring opportunities, but for the most part, it's good to just play clean golf, get your par, get a couple birdies here and there.
Hole 9 now, 543. Nice open drive, and then we got the sand trap on your second shot, or your approach that you want to be short of course, and give yourself a good look.
This is a par 4. It's another in-betweener hole. I think we're going to see some 3s on this card, but a 4 doesn't feel too bad as well. Catrina gets right out in the open where you want to be. Hyzer's out before those trees. She'll have a nice forehand or backhand approach.
Not really sure why this is a par 4.
Yeah, I don't think there's many ladies that can reach the green on this hole or even close, so I can see maybe why they would do a par 4, but yeah, it's one of those tweener holes.
Definitely.
Pretty sure I forded both rounds and felt really good about it. Paige getting way up there.
Sweet drive.
Still barely not even in jump putting range. Jen looking like she's trying to go over those trees on the right that you want to stay out of, but doesn't quite make it over. She'll drop down underneath. It's a little brutal under there, but if you get down on a knee, there's some ways to get out and attack the basket.
Sarah, it's right there. Good shot. I thought it was wide, but
working that forehand. Jen's down on a couple knees. Making it work. She'll have a long putt.
It's going to be scary with the OB right behind the basket.
And a headwind putt.
Yeah.
Paige, jump putting anything pretty much around 100.
Good control. Yep.
Jen gets such good glide on those putters, even without a jump.
Nice.
Hokom tap. I would say not a tap in. Hokom hitting a big putt for a birdie. Solid 20-footer. Paige tapping in her birdie.
Somewhat routine 3s for these top card ladies. And Kat will keep her 2-stroke lead heading into the back 9.
Jen had a kind of a rough go on that front 9. Hopefully we'll see her pick up the pace a little in the back. Lots of birdies, couple bogeys, but pretty clean golf starting out this 4th round. Thank you for watching. We want to thank Innova Champion Discs and the PDGA, and also Jomez for walking with us bright and early on the final round.
And thank you also to UDisc for the cool stats.
Yes. We'll see you guys on the back 9.